That's it.
Woo!
3:30 in the morning, about to head up our final 14er, number 58, going up Wetterhorn Peak. Alright, before we dive into the vlog, I want to talk a little bit more about our 14ers journey. While you guys enjoy this video compilation that took me literally like 8 hours to edit. We climbed our first 14er 3 years ago, Quandary Peak, right after we moved to Colorado. Neither of us had any intention of climbing them all. We didn't think we'd ever do any class 3s or 4s. I didn't even know how many were in the state. I had no idea what this journey would become or who I'd become because of it today. These mountains have honestly changed who I am in like every way possible, and I am so grateful for every experience. According to the CMC, just over 2,200 people have officially climbed all 58 peaks, which for reference is less than a third of the number of people who have climbed Mount Everest. Based on our rough calculations, we've climbed over 400 miles and 194,000 feet of accumulative elevation gain. But beyond this physical toll, which is obviously insane, these mountains have taught us to become comfortable with fear and suffering and exhaustion. I've learned to push myself to the absolute limit, and I've learned that sometimes your limit can just keep going up. All these cliffs that look absolutely impassable from afar eventually become possible the closer you get. Going through all 58 peaks and every single experience, even the toughest ones with Jake, has been the most rewarding experience. We've gone on so many 12-hour round trip drives when one of us has to work the next morning at 5 a.m. We've spent so many countless nights researching routes, or perched in an uncomfortable tent on a cliff together, or calming each other down when the exposure is super intense, talking each other through beta, spending entire winters planning our climbing season so our schedules can align. We've watched each other grow and become better people in these mountains. The 14ers project has truly consumed our lives for the last 3 years. Our friends joke that they literally don't get to see us in the summer because it really does take that much of your time if you're dedicated to doing this in 3 years like we were. Of course, so many people have now asked me what's next. The 14ers are only the beginning of our climbing journey. We have aspirations for bigger and more technical peaks in the US and abroad that we want to climb. As you know, we're moving into our van, so we'll be hitting the road and traveling hopefully to California first, so you know there are plenty of mountains there for us to climb. I'm hoping to write a book detailing all of our epic adventures from the 58 peaks, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and leave me a comment. It would mean a lot. But with all of that being said, and with all of these photos from every single summit, now we can get back to the vlog. You guys can't even comprehend what this moon looks like right now. Holy fuck. It is a full blood moon.
Damn, pictures will never do that justice.
That is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. We just got to the saddle on Wetterhorn. There's so many stars out. The mountain is right up there. We're so close. And that's the coolest moon ever. It is so...
It looks like a setting sun.
It's so cool up here. It's just awesome. It's a beast. Last final push on our final 14er. Sun is rising. Getting to the head wall. Like what, 200 feet?
Yeah. Maybe not even. Like 120 feet to the summit.
120 feet to the summit.
We're unbelievably close.
Yeah. There's a bunch of snow. The ground is very frosty. The final push is probably going to be a bit slippery. Hopefully not too bad. All right, we're sitting at the base of the head wall. It's 6:15 in the morning, and we're only 150 feet below our final summit. The rock is perfectly dry, which is the biggest thing we were worried about. We thought it was going to be snowy or icy from all the bad weather. It's perfectly dry.
Yeah, luckily the snow is on the other side.
Yeah.
This side looks great.
So everything has worked out in our favor. We're just waiting like 5 to 10 minutes because I want to get a video of us climbing it on the GoPro. And right now it's just slightly too dark. So just a few minutes, we can be patient. Plus, we want to watch the sunrise from the summit. And we've got like half an hour till sunrise. This is only going to take us 5 minutes to climb. So just soaking in the last moments before we're finishers. So excited.
Go.
This is gonna be fun. Nice solid rock.
Is it?
Oh wait, really? That's it. Woo!
That is insane.
Woo!
All right, it is 6:30 in the morning, and we have made it to the summit of Wetterhorn Peak. That's number 58.
Woo!
It took us 3 years, but we've finally finished this journey. There was hundreds of miles, hundreds of thousands of feet of gain.
200,000 feet of
Yeah.
elevation gain.
And we're finishing here in the beautiful San Juans.
The most beautiful summit.
The sun is about to rise. The climb was chill, you know.
Nice
You
and
can
easy.
see there is a little bit of snow on the mountain, but it's really not too bad.
There's not a soul in the parking lot. We're the only people here. It's such a perfect morning.
Yep.
It's official. 14er finisher. 58 summits.
From the summit, you can see Colorado's Matterhorn. Not quite as impressive as Switzerland's, but we'll take it. Unk, with the sun rising behind it. And then over here is sunshine and red cloud. And then on the right there's Handy's.
Over here is your beautiful wife. Up some hot cocoa. What else would you do to celebrate?
Right.
Nice. Sunrise is in full effect.
All right, summit of Wetterhorn Peak. This is number 58. We're fucking done.
Cheers to 58. Woo!
Cheers.
Cooking up ramen on our finisher. It's fucking 6 a.m. Ramen for breakfast. Gotta get the electrolytes in.
Here's G, enjoying some hot ramen on the summit.
Why haven't we done this on every 14?
It's so good. It would have been worth it literally every single time.
It hits so hard. Oh my god. So
Good job, babe. Is that the strat? You went this way first and then kind of...
yeah, just kind of follow this a little bit.
Oh, I see. Say what?
Glad this whole section wasn't slippery.
Yeah, for sure. Basically use that as your handholds and kind of stem down.
You kind of just have to let yourself slide into that.
Nice.
It looks good. We were all the way up on that neutral point.
Here we are, coming back to the car. The very last time.
The final 14er.
The final 14er. Woo! I feel like Frodo coming back to the Shire.
Nice. They're all done.
Finally done.